Vaccines, like we know, are a huge part of ending the pandemic, but there are still some people that they don't work for, the immunocompromised for one, which is what makes Regeneron's announcement this week such a big deal. We dug through the information and the experts to find out how Regeneron's antibody cocktail may help in the fight against COVID-19. To get the fast facts on Regeneron's COVID-19 monoclonal antibody treatment, we went to a press release from the drug maker, Regeneron, and two infectious diseases experts, Dr. Amish Adalja and Dr. William Schaffner. First, what is Regeneron's COVID-19 treatment? It's what's called a monoclonal antibody cocktail. Basically, if a patient gets exposed to or sick from COVID-19, hospital personnel can administer synthetic antibodies to the patient.
The notion is that this monoclonal antibody will stick onto the virus and prevent it from multiplying further in your body, thus preventing the development of more serious disease.
So what's the big news this week? In a press release, Regeneron explained how its cocktail could be used pre-infection. A new study found that one dose of the cocktail cuts the risk of getting infected from COVID-19 by 82%, and that protection lasts for 2 to 8 months so far. Dr. Adalja says this could help in the case of people who've gotten the vaccine but are immunocompromised.
So you would give them this monoclonal antibody and have that last for several months to protect them from having any kind of severe case of COVID-19. So this is, I think, a way of refining our protection of the immunosuppressed.
So what's next? The FDA has given the cocktail emergency use authorization for two things: a treatment for people who've been exposed to COVID-19 and a treatment after infection. But in light of these findings, Regeneron has asked the FDA to look at the cocktail to prevent infection for people who do not have an immune reaction from the vaccines.
I suspect that this use is going to be something that is studied in more detail, and it will be something likely that they will ask for emergency use authorization as we're seeing this level of efficacy.
However, it's important to note that the FDA has not said that the antibody treatment is a substitute for the vaccine. Now, Regeneron sent their findings to the FDA last month and is waiting to hear about that next step. An important note, though, Dr. Adalja explained how we should look at these treatments, not as a replacement for the vaccine, but another tool to beating the virus, because the ultimate goal, he said, is to reduce this virus to being a normal, treatable respiratory illness. Annie?
Matt Gregory, thanks again.